In today's video, I am going to explain anatomy and function of quadratus lumborum. Quadratus lumborum is this muscle, this kind of a rectangular shaped muscle. Why is that? Because quadratus means a square shape, right? Square shaped muscle around lumbar spines. Lumborum indicates lumbar spines, right? I am going to explain its origin, insertion, function, and important anatomical relationship with psoas. Let me explain origin first. Origin is inferior part. This part is origin. This part is iliac crest. Iliac crest. Then one more place, that is ligament. This ligament, this is very important. This one is iliolumbar ligament. Iliolumbar ligament. This ligament connects lumbar spines and ilium. Thus, this ligament is important to stabilize lumbar spines and ilium. Pelvis, very important, right? So, if quadratus lumborum gets tight, that may tighten up this ligament as well. Maybe that's possible. What's gonna happen for lower lumbar spines and pelvis? Maybe there is tightness around this area. Thus, knowing origin of quadratus lumborum is very important to understand mechanics of pelvis and lower lumbar spines. Well, this is origin. Origin is iliac crest and iliolumbar ligament. Insertion is superior part. Let's look at these parts. This is transverse process. So transverse processes of lumbar spines. Transverse processes. A number of lumbar spines vary depends on anatomy information. Many books says that from L1 through L4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some anatomy books might say that also attaches to L5. So L4 or L5. That varies depends on anatomy book. However, it's basically on transverse processes of lumbar spines. One more place, that is here. This is 12th rib. Oh my gosh, look at its attachment. That attaches to ilium, iliolumbar ligament, transverse processes, and 12th rib. Pelvis, ligament, lumbar spines, and rib cage. What do I mean? So, this muscle is very important for core area, right? This area. Thus, when this muscle gets tight, this tightness can create low back pain or tight low back. Very important muscle for low back pain. Well, this is origin and insertion. Let me explain its function. Let's go to function. In human body, there is two quadratus lumborum, right side and left side. So, when one side of quadratus lumborum gets contraction, what's gonna happen? That brings core to this way. This is side bend. Side bend. Then, if this muscle can bring core this way, and that means if muscle contracts this way, that also can move pelvis, right? Maybe this contraction can bring pelvis to this way. What is the name of this movement? I don't find this movement in anatomy book, so I created terminology. Let's say this is elevation of pelvis. So I just made up this term. So you can bring pelvis up. This is elevation. Let's say this is elevation. Side bend and elevation for one side contraction. What if both sides of muscle contract? What's gonna happen? That brings lumbar spine to extension. Extension, very important. As I said, this muscle is important for low back pain. Chronic use of quadratus lumborum induces extension movement that may trigger low back pain. Very important. Then, do you remember? This muscle attaches to 12th rib. This is related to breathing. Oh my gosh, look at its function. Side bend, elevation of pelvis, extension of lumbar spines, and breathing. It has a lot of things to do. This is functions of quadratus lumborum. So let me talk about important anatomical relationship with psoas. This is slightly anterior lateral view of core. This is quadratus lumborum. This is psoas. Very important muscle for core and hip movement. This is where psoas is. And this is where quadratus lumborum is. See, these guys are very close to each other. Thus, when each one of these muscles get tight, this tightness may affect for the other one. Let's say when quadratus lumborum gets tight, that may affect for psoas. Vice versa, when psoas gets tight, that may affect for quadratus lumborum because they are so close to each other. Because they are so close to each other, there's more important relationship. You see new tissues. You see many nervous tissues, bundle of nervous tissues. This nervous tissue is lumbar plexus. Plexus means bundle of nerves. See, lumbar plexus runs posterior to psoas and anterior to quadratus lumborum. That means lumbar plexus run between psoas and quadratus lumborum. It's like a sandwich between psoas and quadratus lumborum. What if these muscles get tight? That may create friction, impingement for lumbar plexus. Where are these nerves are going? They are going to genital area. They are innervating core muscles. They are going to lateral thigh, and they are going to anterior and medial part of thigh. Important nerves for core, genital area, and anterior medial thigh. Again, what happens if these muscles get tight? That may create dysfunction for related area. See, quadratus lumborum, important for nervous tissues. Now, at last, let me talk about interesting fact of quadratus lumborum. As I said, this muscle attaches to 12th rib. However, one anatomist, Gil Hetley, says kind of a different thing. Gil Hetley, you can look up his video on YouTube. He says since he has dissected a lot of human body, he notices many people's quadratus lumborum actually runs like this. It's like triangular shape. The insertion part is very, very narrow for many people. Of course, for some people, their attachment is like this, as you see in anatomy book. However, Gil Hetley notices also many people's quadratus lumborum are like triangular shape. I haven't seen anatomy dissection in my eyes, so I cannot guarantee that, but this is one opinion from professional anatomists. It's good to know, right? For some people, it looks like triangular shape. Of course, for some people, it looks like rectangular shape. Good to know this kind of variation of anatomy. In today's video, I explained basic anatomy and function of quadratus lumborum. I explained its origin, insertion, function, and important anatomical relationship with psoas and nervous tissues. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. See you next video.